Hey guys, Boney McBonerton here, and welcome to a game called Kyle is Famous. Now, this game was actually recommended to me by one of my YouTube viewers. Hold on, let me try to remember what their name is exactly. I know him IRL, so I'll just call him Steve from Minecraft, like I always do. Anyways, when he recommended me to this game, I didn't know much about it, but when I looked it up, it turns out it was a pretty big thing. Like, for example, not only did Jacksepticeye play this game, but Dave Microwave Games, one of my favorite indie developers, actually played this. So, no fucking way. So, I'm actually going to shut up and I'm going to step into this game. But before we start, I do want to mention, my name in real life is Kyle. So after the shitty 2 weeks I've had, I can't wait to play this game, because I can tell already, this is gonna stroke my ego harder than a $5 prostitute. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Damn, I wish I was. Kyle is host of a most popular talk show, and recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. Holy shit, how'd they know I was white? Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Too bad I don't know what that means. Most other talk shows are deciding to discussing Kyle and his personal details, like all the weird fucked up shit he's into. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She's a kind and loving philanthropist. Hold on, is this a real person? Rachel May. Oh, she's a New York State Senator. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Wither away. Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died! Jesus Christ, that was fast. Ah, shucks. I died. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Okay, get out of bed anyways. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around the room. Open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Choose an outfit. Kyle decided to take some time and choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important it is. What should I go with? Skunk pasties. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with the skunk pasties. Kyle chose the pasties made out of the mashed skunk flesh. Oh, ew! Why do we even have these? Getting the slimy garments to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them to his body with hot glue. No! Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Scavenge? Kyle quickly crouched on the floor, realizing his immediate need for bugs. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. Soon, he had a small handful of various insects. Dead and alive. Eat immediately! Kyle threw back his head and crammed the sticky, wriggling mass into his mouth. He felt refreshed. Kyle returned to the center of his bedroom, sat at desk. Kyle made his way over to the desk and sat down. Check the desk drawer. Kyle opened up the side drawer in his desk and immediately grabbed one of the items stored there. Small key. Kyle grabbed the small key he kept in his desk. Check the desk drawer. Assorted change. Kyle scooped up the change scattered around the desk drawer. Back to desk. Write notes for interview. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother? Kyle wrote down the second question. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed or blended? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? Kyle wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposely ran over a puppy. Kyle wrote down his last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from his desk. Back to desk. Back to room. Exit bedroom to hallway. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartments together. Check locked door. Let's see. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Float through as a ghost. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door, go inside. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normally, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. How? Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with the air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking in his eyes. I've been looking forward to be here. Kyle responded. Scream and spit in circles! Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide, tilted his... Fucking cats. Tilted his head upwards and... Oh my god, I think the cats are eating the pizza. No, you little shits. I'm back. Was interrupted by his producer, telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. Start interview. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Start broadcast. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Kyle vomited all the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor. Rachel looked at Kyle, concerned, gave a couple laughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. Ever eaten a raw egg whole? Hey, Rachel, you ever eaten a raw egg whole? Asked Kyle. Like, shell and all? Asked Rachel. Kyle continued, I have, like, a lot. It's really bad, though, sometimes I spit it back up. There was a silence. But actually, it gets easier the more you do it, continued Kyle, without losing momentum. So don't start, I say. Rachel chose not to answer and looked in another direction. Kyle asked another question. Is your mother a mother? So, my mother is my mother. My mother's mother is her mother, and my mother's mother. And many mothers have mother's mother's mother. Is your mother a mother? Rachel went to answer and stopped. I believe, she said eventually, that I should answer. Yes? Kyle asked another question. I purposely ran over a puppy. Hey, I ran over a puppy on purpose, said Kyle. Everyone in the studio froze. Kyle spread his hands out wide. It's a joke! He started laughing from the bottom of his stomach. Nobody laughed with Kyle, just like real life. Several minutes later, he stopped laughing and moved on. Kyle asked another question. Are you guilty? Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled disingenuously. Guilty, spat Kyle, of your crimes! Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably. After reading this final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that... Oh, God, that just gave me an aneurysm. I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. What on earth are you wearing? Are they made of skunks? Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home, knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed, he drifted to sleep. He felt that perhaps something was still missing. The end. Kyle prepared well. Very well. Okay, that was the ending. Okay. Return to menu. So, we got 1 out of, hold on, let me utilize math here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27 endings left out of 28. Whew, boy, this is gonna take a while. Wither away so I can stay a ghost. Shucks. Get out of bed anyways. Float through as a ghost. Kylie. Okay. In the room, the stash of various items sent to him by fans. Check supernatural artifact. This is one of the many mysterious artifacts Kyle has been sent over the years. Smash artifact. Kyle began pounding the mysterious artifact with both fists. Within a few hours, it became dust. An ancient force trapped inside the artifact is released and turned Kyle into a lizard demon. Kyle found himself in the room. He was stashed very items sent to him by fans. Get laser claymore. Expecting a battle, Kyle grabbed the laser claymore. Check sewing machine. Kyle walked over the dilapidated sewing machine. Its box was only half removed. Okay, back to hallway. I'm gonna float through side door. Oh, wait, no. Oh my god, did I waste time doing that? Oh my god, I did. What the fuck? Leave apartment. Kyle walked into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. Haunt around. Kyle felt a sudden pull on his heart. Had he abandoned his job as a ghost? Was he fulfilled his spooky ethereal role that he accepted while lying in bed this morning? Kyle realized that he had no other choice. He must spend his day spooking around. Kyle decided on making a plan on who or where he should spook. Spook the neighbor, Gabby. Kyle believed that Gabby would be delighted to have his spook about a bit. Kyle started to slowly creep to Gabby's door in a very spooky way. He crouched by Gabby's door, cooing quietly and waiting for her to leave so he could cause her a spook. It didn't take long. Soon Gabby exited her apartment and started walking towards her car. Kyle crept behind her, invisible to all senses. Gabby opened the driver's side door and got in. She seemed to be leaving for some errands. Kyle was struck with a wonderful idea. Kyle started to run to the back of Gabby's car. Perhaps if he could catch her before she left, he could hide in the trunk. Kyle could make noises as she drove. He could follow her around on her errand, knocking over small objects nearby. Gabby put the car in reverse and floored the accelerator. Invisible to all senses, Kyle was crushed underneath the back tires of the car, creating a large bump. Gabby figured she had hit the curb. She put the car into forward and floored the accelerator again. Kyle became locked in an endless loop of Gabby trying to move her car out of her parking space, being run over repeatedly. As the day started to wane and closer to the time of Rachel's interview, Kyle ceased to be a ghost per normal. Gabby neither noticed nor stopped. Kyle was forced to conduct Rachel's interview while being run over. Kyle's crew moved the filming set next to Gabby's apartment. Rachel appeared. Kyle asked her many questions. They shared several laughs. The interview was successful. The sound of Gabby flooring her car accelerator drowned out large sections of the episode. Okay, there's ending 2 out of 28. Haunting Gabby. Alright, what should we do next? Let's keep going with the ghost route. Let's see. Leave apartment. Haunt around. No, fuck. No. Okay. Okay, so. Spook himself! Kyle would think of nobody better to spook than himself. Kyle sat on the sidewalk and looked at the ground. He took a deep breath. Kyle began to scream uncontrollably as he managed to spook himself by his very existence. Kyle jumped up from the sidewalk and began to run around, flailing his arms. Unfortunately, Kyle was unable to keep the fact that he was himself. To escape the fact, Kyle spent several hours screaming. But as he screamed, Kyle realized it was becoming time for Rachel's interview. Continuing to scream, Kyle traveled to his studio. That evening, Kyle tried to do well with his duties and conduct the interview with Rachel. But being able to only express pure terror, the episode consisted only of Rachel watching him scream. The episode was very popular. Kyle was asked to continue screaming in the next episode. And the next. Kyle's talk show was rebranded to Kyle is Scared with Kyle. The studio went on to produce many episodes. Kyle remained existentially terrified of himself, just like real life. Haunted himself. Alright. Let's stay a ghost. I want to haunt the show. Haunt around. Spook of the interview. Kyle thought it would be best to continue his daily course, but with a twist. Today, he would still go to his studio, but instead of conducting an interview, he would haunt. Excitedly, Kyle made his way to the studio early to find the best spot to conduct his ghostly duties. The studio was empty. Being so early, the crew couldn't arrive for several hours. Kyle gleefully skipped around the building, finding the best spot for himself to hide. After searching for some time, Kyle decided to hide behind the guest chair. Kyle quickly placed himself down and drew his legs to his chest. Soon the crew began to arrive and set up for the interview that night. Invisible to all senses, Kyle went undetected. He watched as cameras were set up, screens were turned on, and pages were flipped. Within an hour, Rachel walked into the studio. "Hey everyone," Rachel said, smiling kindly. "I'm ready to be prepped. Who do I need to talk to first?" Kyle's producer approached her. "Thanks for being here, Rachel. You should talk to Andrea about makeup first. And then wait for when Kyle arrives." Kyle, knowing he was duping everyone, began to giggle uncontrollably. It was then that he, like clockwork, ceased to be a ghost. The studio grew silent. Everyone stared at Kyle, head down, clutching his legs and giggling at the floor. Kyle froze. He had found himself in a situation he had not encountered before. Yes, I have. Kyle started to crawl out of the studio on all fours, hoping his small form would avoid attraction, getting more attention. Everyone wordlessly watched as Kyle slowly made his way across the stage, through the production set, and out the door. As soon as he was outside the studio, Kyle broke into an all-out sprint. Kyle made his way back to the apartment as quickly as possible. Kyle sat in the kitchen and processed what had happened during his day. He vowed he would never haunt anything again. Kyle left. Okay, here's something I do want to try. No, back to... Okay, let's see. Scavenge... Gossip. Kyle firmly pressed his ear to the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don the mask and looks like a bug and fight mistdoers. Holy shit, is this the Tick? There was a stunned silence. Then the door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. That's quite enough. Force the door open with forehead. Kyle decided it'd be best to try to force the door open with use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. Move to kitchen. Check pantry. Kyle wanted to access the pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole. Open fridge. Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat. What? Eat the fridge! Kyle pointed his neck directly upwards and hoisted the fridge on top of his face. Somehow, miraculously, he wrapped his mouth around the device. He started to swallow. In one slow, horrible movement, the fridge slid down Kyle's throat. After many gurgles, pops, and snaps, Kyle felt relatively sure the fridge would not come back to kitchen. He returned to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Steal Techno Jim! Kyle hurried to the set. Ingenuity. Rachel's smile quickly turned to shock as she realized Kyle had not put on clothes that day. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. Kyle started making his rounds, going around the room greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left alone. Kyle prepared by being a nudist. Oh, that's interesting. Exit bed. Open up the closet. Choose an outfit. I will choose a suit of armor. Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the red metal suit around his dumpy self. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Exit bedroom to hallway. Turn. Leave apartment. Visit downs. Actually, yeah. Let's go back to the tech store. Steal Techno Jim. Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was staring, bewildered, and ran outside. Continue with day. Let's see. I'll visit my downstairs neighbor. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Kyle. Consume, Gabby. Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done, Kyle returned. Returned to the middle of the street. Jesus Christ, I just fucking vored a woman. Kyle walked out in the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. Let's see. Check locked door. Return to bedroom. Sit at desk. Write notes for interview. Are you a mother? Beef, mashed or blended? Do you ever... Oh wait, no. What's your funniest story? What's your guilty pleasure? Back to desk. Back to room. Kyle hurried to the set. Blah, blah, blah. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Interview Techno Jim instead. Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. "Hello, Techno Jim," said Kyle. "I'm going to interview you today." Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and motioned to the crew to go live. Cameramen moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. "Hi, I'm Kyle," said Kyle, "and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest." He pointed to Techno Jim using the dismembered arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. "Would you like to introduce yourself?" asked Kyle. Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. "Hail, Kyle," he said, raising the pitch of voice. "My name is Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest." Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. "Well, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly." Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare. "Wow, Kyle," he said, "I sure wish I could look like you." Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon abuzz with electrical fires. Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put the fires out. As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple of the show, often ending up destroyed by each end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back to the show, her cardboard betrayal did. Rachel was very popular. Interviewed Rachel. 6 out of 28. Okay. First things first, I'm gonna wither away to become a ghost. Okay. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Jeans and swimming goggles. Kyle has decided a fashion-forward casual style. He could barely see out of the goggles. Okay. Exit the hallway. Check lock door. Float through as a ghost. I'm gonna grab the artifact this time. Kyle stashes the mysterious artifact for laser use. Get laser claymore. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Ask attendant for free samples? Kyle asks the store attendant whether or not they offered any free samples to important customers. The attendant gave Kyle a confused and slightly vacant look. Kyle began to beg for a free sample. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed the discrepant phone meant for spare parts and held it out. Grab with teeth. Kyle firmly clamped his mouth around the outstretched phone, creating several teeth holes in the screen. Kyle grunted and yanked with his head until the attendant let go of the phone. The phone is now Kyle's to use forever. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. Let's see, give review a free sample. This phone, said Kyle, is several years old and exposed wires coming out of the back. Kyle continued, the phone also has had screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into the wall for a painting. Furthermore, when I submerged it in water, I got severely shocked until it runs out of batteries. The attendant looked at Kyle and pursed his lips and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Throw artifact at Rachel. As she approached to shake his hand, Kyle produced the supernatural artifact and winged it at Rachel's face. Within moments of the artifact colliding with her head, Rachel started to turn into a lizard demon. Rachel began to cause destruction, tipping over lights and causing crew members to scatter. Kyle, realizing the disaster he'd caused, decided it was up to him to tame the monster. Throw himself at monster. Kyle launched himself at the monstrous Rachel. In a great collision of flesh, Kyle rammed face first into the monster's stomach. Kyle continued to launch himself in Rachel's stomach with wild abandon. After several dozen collisions, small, insignificant bones in Kyle's body began to fracture. Kyle continued. Rachel began to lose stamina from the incessant damage Kyle was inflicting upon her. Kyle continued his assault. Nobody present could tell what parts of his body were bruised and what weren't. Eventually, in one well-placed lunge, the artifact embedded in Rachel's face popped out. Immediately, Rachel turned back into her normal human self. The studio, now in shambles, flicked to life. The broadcast started automatically. Kyle, unable to move properly, became aware that his eyes of many were upon him. Kyle tried to address the audience, but instead spewed some mixture of breakfast, phlegm, and chunks of wall. When did I eat drywall again? Kyle's spewing video became a very hot meme. Online personalities used it to express distaste about social issues. Teenagers sent it to each other about homework amounts. Rachel's broadcast was rescheduled for the following week. Fans complained about not being able to see Rachel's face, and she wore protective headgear the entire time. Rachel prepared by being a lizard. Okay, this is a really fun game, so I'm gonna do one more. Browse social media. Kyle started to scroll through news articles on his phone. Stay up late with Kyle's #1 ranked and #2 show on television. New East Bridge being constructed after being found to not actually exist. Authorities investigating. Another grand larceny and crime spree streak. Evidence points to perpetrator fleeing the country. Blah blah blah. Lame. Rachel May to unexpectedly leave the country on very, very long vacation after interview tonight. Who is the bug vigilante recently spotted pursuing larcenists? Kyle fails to show up to several charity events. Bug vigilante shows up to charity events with fresh-baked pastries. Donation flourishes. See, everything worked out. Hot dogs making resurgence as fuel sources for both humans and tugboats. Phone model recalled. Techno gym stores blame overuse by customers. Kyle's phone exploded in his hands from overuse. Okay, fair enough. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around the bedroom. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. The slick suit. Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. The chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. What do I know what's in my suit then? Okay, sit at desk. Write notes for interviews. Are you a mother? Beef, mashed or blended? Do you smile ever? Do you feel guilty? Okay, back to room. Exit. Open fridge. Prepare breakfast. Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast, along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. Smash. Kyle smashed the breakfast into a pulp using both fists. Return to hallway. Kyle hurried to the set. Let's see, he looked up and smiled. Kyle responded. Answer politely. And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You're our most welcome guest. Shake hands. After other mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the camera flicked on. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no introduction. What? Become Rachel May! However, said Kyle, suddenly dropping his voice, Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to the show. She did not walk in before me. In fact, said Kyle, I am Rachel May. Rachel looked at Kyle, confused, and silently mouthed the words, You are who? Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arms high above him, pointing upwards. I have never been Kyle, he shouted. I have never been the host of the show Stay Up Late with Kyle. Kyle looked up and pointed directly at the camera. I am here but one reason. To interview myself. Kyle sat down in the chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier. Kyle read the first question on his list. Are you a mother? I'm glad you asked, said Kyle. Yes, I am. Or, yes, you are, said Kyle, trying to figure out who is talking or whom. Or, I am... In a fit, Kyle continued to re-answer his question, trying to come up with the correct phrasing. Rachel spoke up. Kyle, I am not a mother at all. It doesn't really matter. Lies! Impossible! I don't believe it! Kyle banged his fists on the chair. Kyle, I've never been in a position for that. I've really just focused on my career. All you need to do is ask. Rachel smiled sweetly. Kyle was silent for a moment, then realizing he had no idea what he was doing, he decided to let Rachel talk. So, what about your career? Do you enjoy what you do? How'd you get into it? The two continued talking for a better part of an hour, Kyle asking questions and Rachel answer accordingly. Eventually, Kyle's producer signaled Kyle that it was time to stop. The broadcast ended. The crew, Rachel, and Kyle said their goodbyes and returned home. But Kyle continued to think about Rachel after the interview ended. Something about Rachel had struck Kyle. He wasn't exactly sure what. But he did know that he was interested to hear that she was saying, No! No! Kyle knows Rachel. No! No-uh! No-uh! I'm not dating a dirty Democrat. No. Ew! 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 No! No! N-O! Alright, well, this has been Boney McBonerton here with Kyle is Famous. God, I wish that was fucking true, because we both know it's not. Lizard Demon 2. As for now, have a good day now, and goodbye.